Thank you for creating brilliant content. I'm curious, is there any way that other people like me can get involved?
Right, I gotta go. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Kel. See you later. I appreciate that. Well, right now, the link. Oops, I did something wrong there. That wasn't what I was meant to do. There's a link in the description, in the live chat, if you want to come in and call and have your say on the show. So it's there and it's available. Mo crying for City, but hates United.
All right, Soleil.
Yeah, I want to press to you, Mo. Mo, why do you think Haaland gave the penalty to Mamouche? Why do you think?
Because I think he missed the last penalty and he was scared of missing this one.
You think
did he miss the last penalty? Yeah, I don't think he had the courage to take it. Because, by the way, he actually held the ball first as he's going to take it, and I think he was scared. That's just what I think. They gave it to Marmoush because he didn't want to take that responsibility, or maybe he was a little bit injured. There is like an injury or something like this. But I think there is no reason for him to give Marmoush the penalty. To be honest with you, there's no reason. You are the number one penalty taker. You take responsibility. You step up and you take the penalty in the final. That's what you do.
I think that's what you do. A couple things might have been possible. We've seen players hold on to the ball and then hand it off. Maybe throw a little mind games with regards to the keeper, him trying to go through his head. What are the tendencies of said player? And then you hand the ball off. I think there might have been a little bit of that because Marmoush is an unknown within the league. What are his tendencies? I don't think many keepers would know that. And that might have been what was happening here. The fear factor or the not having the courage, I'm very doubtful. Haaland has missed penalties, and the very next one, literally in the game, he's taken and scored. So I don't think that was really the case here. But we'll find out in the press conference.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd love to know why. I mean, end of the day, whatever the reason, it didn't work. Yeah. You know, maybe it was maybe it was just mind games. It's going to be Haaland. Oh shit! But I think Henderson said something along the lines of he was ready for a Haaland penalty, and then when he gave it to Mamouche, he essentially had to guess. So maybe that was the reason. But at the end of the day, it didn't work out. And if it doesn't work out, like you're going to be criticized for that, no doubt. Amazing. Now send them to the championship and 115 charges. David here says Nketiah and Turner getting a trophy before Arsenal.
Oh my God! Yeah, Eddie Nketiah won a trophy when he left Arsenal. He's awful.
I'm gonna go look at Lee Gunner's Twitter later and get some popcorn out because I bet he's getting mental. He's getting mental. Kel is doing too much. They pose no threat. This was strictly down to a lack of quality in the final third. The shake-up will happen because it must. Look, I don't think Palace were no threats. I mean, they had a couple of counterattacks where they could have done better. 3 or 4 long throws into the box that each caused problems in that regard. They did pose a little bit of a threat, but once they got their goal,
a little
bit. They didn't need to keep attacking you. In fact, I think when they were 2-0 up against you at the Etihad, they stayed too open. They attacked you too much and ended up conceding, lost confidence, and got battered. They learned from that today. They started. I actually was watching. I thought they looked really tentative, really poor in the beginning. On the ball, maybe they were, but they had a game plan. They suckered you in. They caught you on the counter, and then they played very dogmatically. And even the chances you had. I mean, what were the clear-cut chances? Like, again, Doku's shot is a great bit of skill and a shot from distance. Haaland in the first minute. Haaland in the first minute. What were the clear-cut chances?
Doku's clear-cut. Haaland, I think Gavardio.
By the way, a shot is not a clear-cut. Okay, a shot is not a clear-cut chance. It's not a clear-cut chance. Like a clear-cut chance is like the Haaland in front of goal, 3 yards out, cross. Yeah, he's diving towards the ball. That is a clear-cut chance.
Everreachy, whatever his name is, Everreachy probably had the one. Him and O'Reilly, O'Reilly just tried to. He was stupid. He should have shot with his right foot. He tried to get it onto his left, and it let him down. Yeah. But that was the pressure that Palace and Henderson were putting on you because every shot Henderson was saving, every shot was being blocked. So it was making some of your players second guess and overthink, and maybe trying to be too precise with their shooting, and it was all these little things. So yes, they weren't a constant threat on your goal, and I was very nervous watching this. I kept on saying I did say this. I was going, oh please, they're not putting enough. Lay a glove on City, lay a glove, let them know you're there. But that's in the moment. Hindsight is how you review a game, and actually, they were quite comfortable by and large, especially that second half. The longer the game went on, Palace looked quite comfortable. That last 10 minutes of extra time, you didn't threaten them.
Well, the last 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes, I think a lot of the players were leggy. But if you want to talk about first half, I think they had 3 shots taken to our 8 in the first half. And I think we ended up taking nearly 20, and they took 7 the entire game full time. Yeah. I think when you want to talk about they suckered us in for the counter, there's going to be moments in the game where there's going to be counters like that. There's unavoidable, right? If we're attacking, there's going to be opportunities made for them to kind of get us on the counter. I hate the fact that their very first one was a shot on target and a goal. So that was really poor. Now, to say that they were comfortable in the second half or comfortable defending, I disagree. Henderson was man of the match for a reason. He was put under a lot of pressure, and I think the saves that he had to make, even when we want to talk about the penalty, the double save, he had a tremendous game. Whether you want to say their game plan was played perfectly, I think they're fortunate to have a keeper that was on fire today. Credit to them.
No, he did play very, very well. He did play very, very well. There is no doubt about it. But if they would have opened up more, I think there'd have been more space on a regular basis. They wouldn't have got those blocks in.
Yeah, absolutely.
There would have been more time to pick your shots, and they would have scored. So I think they had to get the balance in that mix right. Personally,
yeah.
What does that say there? What was that first word say? Sacrilege. Thou shalt not criticize. Sacrilege. Thou shalt not criticize Pep. Mo. Why?
Yeah.
Okay, Mo. This is why Arsenal and Liverpool don't want to pay 300k for KDB.
Yeah, because I said this morning that Arsenal or Liverpool should go for KDB.
I get you. Congratulations from Mark Smith and congratulations to Paris. But our rival fans going to have an issue with them going into the Europa League like Spurs and United with where they currently sit in the Premier League. No. And even if no, because no one's really got a problem with Man United and Spurs. It's because it's Man United and Spurs. Equally, listen, I'm excited to see him in the Europa League next year. Fair play to him.
You know what that does, right? You know what this win does to the top 6 race?
No.
Now, whoever is going to come 7th is going to go Conference League, not Europa League. That makes a massive
change. You mean 6th?
7th. Now 7th go your Conference League. Okay, now
7th was always going Conference League.
No,
they have to. Top 5 of Champions League.
No, I've got
second 2 go Europa League. I got it. I went to the Premier League website. Let me explain it to you.
Okay.
Top 5 go to Champions League, and if the FA Cup winner is in the Champions League already, and they are in the Champions League already, 6th and 7th go to Europa League because they get 2 places. 7th or the Carabao Cup winner. So number 1, the Carabao Cup winner go to Conference League. But because Newcastle are Champions League places, now it goes to the one below, which is
okay.
You get it now. 8th. Now 7th go to Conference League because there's only 1 spot. 6th and Crystal Palace go to Europa League. That makes sense.
Yes. I get you. Yes, I get you. You're right. You're correct. Damn, it doesn't really. Yeah, I mean, it's just one that
you know, it affects the game. Bournemouth and Fulham will play against City. It affects the game that Brighton will play. It affects all the teams because the 3 teams are going for a Conference League spot. Now it affects their performance in the last 2 games.
Yeah, I get you because I get you. Makes a lot of sense. Hello, City lady. Is it time to pick another club? 7 finals now for Haaland with 0 GA. Is that a problem, Elijah? That it's been 7 finals so far for Haaland and the man hasn't scored or assisted. And we know that's all his game is about, is goals, to not pick up 1 in any finals. And he's played a team in 12th today, and last season played a team that were mid-table in Man United in them finals as well. So is that a problem when you look at so far in the legacy of Haaland that he doesn't deliver in finals?
Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, 7 finals, 0 goals for Man City is just terrible, really terrible. In terms of today, I mean, I don't get why Marmoush took the penalty and Haaland didn't. I know Haaland this season hasn't been that great, but Haaland, I believe he's only missed like 1 or 2 penalties for Man City or something like that. So I don't get why they did give it to him. But despite all that, Man City were just not great today. Kevin De Bruyne was not good enough. Haaland wasn't good enough. Pep got his tactics wrong, absolutely wrong, because Crystal Palace, all they did today was just play deep low block, hit them on a counter attack, and scored. And that's exactly what he did. And Crystal Palace just frustrated the likes of City because, do you know the crazy thing is, Terry? Palace had no yellow cards in this game, whereas for Man City, they've only got 5. So Palace, their tactics really worked today because they've absolutely rattled Man City and the players. And also, this is huge for Crystal Palace because this what could happen next season. There could be 10 Premier League clubs, Terry, that will finish in Europe, because since Crystal Palace won the FA Cup, that means they're in the Europa League, and a team who finished 6th place are also going to be in the Europa League. Now, 8th place could get you into the Conference League if Chelsea win it, and if Chelsea, if they win the Conference League and end up finishing and whoever finished 6th or 7th, they will get to Europa League as well. So 8th place could get you Conference League. And also, Man United and Spurs are in the Europa League final. And whoever wins that, one of them will get Champions League. So we could have 6 Premier League teams in the Champions League, 1 in the Conference League, and 3 in the Europa League, which is absolutely crazy. But listen, Crystal Palace, they deserved it, man. They deserved it. And so far, look at this, Terry. Bologna ended their trophy drought. Newcastle as well. Harry Kane, first career trophy that he lifted. Crystal Palace as well. First time they've ever won a trophy in their history. I mean, listen, Paris Saint-Germain are in the final. They've never won a Champions League ever in their history. And Spurs as well. They haven't won a major trophy since 2008. So can you imagine if Spurs and PSG win the trophies this season? Honestly, this year should be the year of teams ending the trophy drought.
How about Real Betis? When was the last time Real Betis won a trophy? Genuine question.
I mean, that's a good question. It's just weird,
Again, I mean, it could happen. It could happen. I mean, you could have all these underdogs winning. It's a little different with PSG because of how big a team, the money they have. They're not kind of the underdog story, but could be their first ever Champions League. And I do agree with your Haaland point at the beginning.
Also, Terry. This is the first time that Man City are going to end the season trophyless since 2017, which is absolutely crazy. So Man City, they better get Champions League next season, because this could be Pep Guardiola's worst managerial career ever. And what I mean by that is that he has never finished below 3rd and never gone trophyless ever. Well, he did that for Man City in his first season, but they finished 2nd. So Man City better get Champions League, otherwise they're in so much trouble.
Well, yeah, if they fall outside the Champions League positions, it's going to be very, very interesting next year. Okay, Betis won the Copa del Rey in 2022. Fair enough. I was just asking. I didn't know the answer. I didn't know the answer. Thank you. Was easier than I thought. Yes. Call in. We're going to put some people on screen already. We'll get some more on if we can.
Gonna head out.
Cheers, Mo. Thank you, mate.
Yeah, see you.
Cheers, Mo.
I hear more Arsenal shouts than Foden stinker. Again, listen, Foden came on, had 20 minutes to impact the game. Assuming him and City fans will just be happy to see the back of this season.
Yeah, I think he's I don't even think he wants to see the Club World Cup. I think he's like, let me get back into the lab. Let me get my body right. Let me get my mind right. Let me get ready for next season. This isn't Foden. Even if we don't, let's not compare him to last season when he had a phenomenal season. This isn't even the Foden of the previous seasons before that, where he's been steady, he's been consistent. I think he wants this season over and done with. What we saw from him at subbed on, I didn't really see him making much of an impact being out there on that right wing. If he was central, it would have made sense, but how Pep made those subs, it wasn't going to work. It's a broken record, Terry. Foden's not right this year. He hasn't been right. Would he have? I don't even know. Maybe his substitution in good form would have been for the change out of a Marmoush, or even a change out for a KDB. A healthy Foden. That's what Pep's doing, but he's just not right. So we got to get this season over with and get him back next season, and then the doubters can. If the poor performance continues for another season, then I'll be just like all of the rivals saying, you know what, Foden Phone's not right. Phone's not that guy, but he's got next year to prove it.
And yeah, he's gonna get that next year. There's no doubt. I don't see him being sold in the summer. Haaland has been found out and is catching up with the EPL. I don't know if he's been found out. I don't know. This team just isn't creating. I'm not defending Haaland, but this team just isn't creating the chances for him. In my personal opinion.
Yeah, well, 100%. Whether a player that's been found out injured for how he's been, and I think he scored 20 plus goals. So if he's found out, then he'll definitely be below that next season. I think we just need it's a revamp. It's a revamp with regards to how we service him and get him the ball. He's too clinical.
I hear you on that. We're gonna